Hello, and welcome to my channel and Lucid's advanced manufacturing plant in Casa Grande, Arizona. Today is Friday, September 13th, 2024. We're looking at from the east side, starting at the north end of the factory, the body in white area in the foreground and the stamping facility in the rear. And then in the left, kind of on the left here, looking to the back is the paint shop. And then we see from the paint shop the conveyors going over to general assembly. This is the employee parking area, nice solar panels. There's also level 2 chargers there for employees with electric vehicles. It's actually a pretty nice spot to take care of employees. As we come into the general assembly area, this is really the expansion of the factory. The body in white area was expanded, and the stamping building were all new as part of the phase 2 expansion. But this whole area that we're looking at now to the south of the paint shop is general assembly, and it's all part of the phase 2 expansion. Essentially creating space to produce both the air and gravity in parallel. As we continue further to the south, more employee parking. This is a Friday, so there's quite a few employees working here. I'm not sure what sort of shifts Lucid runs as far as how many days a week they're really manufacturing the air. As we get a little bit further to the south, we're going to see an area where Lucid used to keep some air inventory from early production that was exceeding sales. And that's the lots that are coming up here to the south and to the left as we're looking. Hey, notice those tire marks on the on the parking lot? I think they were doing a demo here as part of their technology day. And left a little rubber marks on the parking lot. Kind of cool to see. These are some of the inventory cars, likely some of the older inventory, none of the maybe even before 2024s, but definitely unlikely to be any of the 2025s. As we turn around here, we're going to start pointing to the north and looking at the factory. And there in the left in back is kind of the new staging lot for cars coming out of production. And as you already know from the intro, that there's a few car haulers over there getting ready to load Lucids and take them to their new owners. And now we're coming up on the staging lot for finished production. We see a handful of chargers there. I'm not sure what speed those are. This is actually one of the first times I've actually seen cars charging on those chargers. So it's kind of good to see that. And then as we move on over, I'll say that this lot is looking a lot more empty than last time I was here. I was here about a month ago, and it seemed a lot fuller at this time. As we get a little bit further to the west, this lot has a few more cars on it, but there's still lots of open spots there. And then there's those 5 car haulers that I took a snapshot of and put in the entry. We're going to run around the backside of the factory, not because the backside is really pretty to look at, but there was an old, next to the paint facility, there was an old staging lot that Lucid used to use before the factory expansion. And I just want to see if there's any cars over there. So we'll take a look at that, and we'll take a look at the backside of the factory. As we're moving in here, soon we're going to see the receiving docks. Lots of semi-trailers parked there at the receiving docks for incoming material for general assembly. And we'll continue on over to the old paint area and take a look at that old staging lot and see if there's anything there. My guess is this construction area and construction equipment will gradually get cleaned up over time until, of course, Lucid decides to expand again or needs to expand again. after the volume starts to pick up from the midsize in 2026. Here we are coming into the old painting area, or the original part of the factory. That painting area is sized to accommodate the full factory, so they didn't need to expand that. And looking to the left here, we're about to come to that area where I said was the old staging lot that Lucid used to use when the factory was a lot smaller. It's right here. I'm not seeing any cars here, so not a whole lot to look at. But I'm back at the southeast corner, taking a look at some of the inventory cars that are in this lot, a little bit closer up view this time. And you can kind of see a chain link fence around here. So they've fenced off these new cars from the general employee parking to separate them, and I assume to protect them also. And I'm guessing that this lot's going to continue to clear out. There have been a couple of times I've been down where this lot was virtually empty, but as the employee base expands and sales continue to increase, my guess is the need for this lot will go away. Here we are taking a look at the chargers. Some of the cars, it looks like they possibly could be charging them before they load them. I'm not sure what their protocol for keeping the post-production cars charged, what level of charge, and when they bring them up to a charge that they will deliver to customers with. But again, a lot of open spaces in this lot, a lot of room for more cars to come out of production. I assume production or sales and a big push at the end of the quarter to get some of these cars into customers' hands, so that the sales numbers continue to look good as we're coming up on the end of Q3. And then, of course, here we're going to come into the area where we have the car haulers. Hopefully, we'll actually be able to see a couple of cars getting loaded onto the car haulers as we come through here. And the second lot, that's a little bit further to the west, is fuller, but there's quite a few open spaces here, especially up kind of on the north end of this lot. And here we are with the car haulers. And yeah, it looks like a white, I don't know if that's a GT or what it is, but it has 21-inch wheels, so it looks very similar to my car as they loaded onto the car hauler. Well, one thing to watch for after it gets loaded, it appears to me that whoever is loading this is taking some sort of booties off and leaving them in the car. It's kind of nice to see that the cars are going to be looking new when they get into customers' hands, because the employees that have been driving around and walking outside on dirty lots are covering their shoes before they get into the car. Yeah, watch right here and see. It looks like he's taking something off the bottom of his shoe there. A couple little booties, and leaving them in the car for whoever might drive that later. Kind of a cool little detail to see. I had never noticed that before. And we've got a couple more views. I didn't really see any more cars getting loaded, so I deleted a lot of the footage here, looking at the car haulers. But there's a couple more little scenes here where we'll see some cars moving in. I thought they were going to load this car, but no, they just pulled it in adjacent. So I'm not sure how when they'll load this, but hey, there's lots of space in all of these car haulers. So we'll see. But it's good to see this many cars getting ready to get shipped out on a Friday morning here at the Lucid factory. And there we are. So thanks for watching.